Perfecto. Welcome back, everybody, to the
CHISMOSA podcast. Sorry, I forgot the name.
It's the CHISMOSA
Sorry,
podcast.
I was trying to figure out the other word and I couldn't figure
That's
it out.
exactly how clear it is that who's in it and who's not. That's why I do most of the talking.
I blanked really hard.
I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the No Sass CHISMOSA podcast, episode number 3.
I was trying to figure out where you left off and I'm like, did she say it? Did she not say it?
I'm telling you guys. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back whenever you are watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed the previous episode. We kind of went in, and I think what I want to start doing is kind of just quickly recapping
the last
what we
episode.
say. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but me, I'll be saying shit and then I'm like, oop, like maybe you took it that way, but I didn't mean it that way type of vibe, you know?
That's what we always try to end with, but that's just my opinion.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I sound a little sick. I do have like this new job that involves kids, and I just think I'm not around a lot of people, and I'm not around kids in general. So I think my immune system for sure got a little shook because there's kids coughing everywhere.
And we all know kiddos are
kids picking their nose left and right,
eating
dirty hands, germs.
They
So
be eating dirt.
I think for sure, my body got a little shook. But I'm a little sick. But that doesn't stop the show. The show must go on.
Is what they say.
Yeah. Anyway, so today's episode, we're just gonna go over our moving out stories, like when we moved out of our parents' house. And I feel like that leads into a little bit of friendship. So we're gonna go into that. But first, how was your Valentine's Day? Since we did talk about Valentine's Day last time.
Oh yeah. Well, it's our dad's birthday on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
I don't think we mentioned that in the last episode.
We didn't.
But I feel like that's kind of why we were giving like ideas and stuff. Because we don't really ever get to do Valentine's Day. Like for us, Valentine's Day is my dad's birthday. And so that's like our main focus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that always kind of comes first. And then you kind of do your Valentine's Day plans.
And then also, I
afterwards.
think, at least for me, I don't know about for you, I've never seen Valentine's Day like, oh my gosh, like, we have to celebrate, like, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know? Just because we've always had something to do on Valentine's Day. We've always done the heart balloons, the roses, you know, for my dad. So I think we've always just experienced that.
Yeah, like, our experience is, I'm sure other people have parents or sisters or brothers who have a birthday on Valentine's Day, but that's our experience of saying like, oh, like we're gonna do the Valentine's Day thing for my dad.
Yeah, but then also like my mom is really good with like always getting us like little gifts for Valentine's. Even like Easter, like all those little holidays,
like little like either like gift bags or like little baskets,
and
like,
it's nothing crazy. It's always like snacks or like
she's the snack
socks,
queen,
like random things. But yeah, she did that for us.
Things. Yeah.
So sorry, how was your Valentine's Day? I think you talked about how it was my dad's birthday.
So it's my dad's birthday, so that's what we did. And then I actually didn't really do much I got some Valentine's Day gifts, but we didn't really do much.
What did you get? I don't even know what you got. You didn't tell me.
I got a candle, some socks, which I love. I've been wanting a bulletin board, so I got a bulletin board. I got these like cute little like glass cups, like tumbler cups that are really cool because they have glass straws.
Can I have one?
And then they have like metal straws, and then they have 3 different kinds of lids. So like a wooden lid.
Can you send me the link?
A wooden link. A wooden link.
A wooden lid
that has a hole for the straw, and then like a plastic lid that you can screw on that also has a hole for the straw, and then a lid. Like, let's say you want to put maybe, like, a parfait in there, and you just close it up like
for
that.
the like, niños chiquitos?
Yeah, you close it up, and you can travel with it.
Or is it milk and cereal on top?
No, not like that.
Oh, wag.
But you could put milk in there, like, a liquid, and close it, and maybe drive with it or whatever, and then drink it whenever you get.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then...
I want one of those cups.
I actually have 4, so maybe I could bring you one.
Oh, period. Thanks. So you're giving me
I'm a little hungry.
Me
Not
too.
gonna
My
lie.
tummy's rumbling.
Same.
So you're gonna get makeup.
Yeah, next
Cool.
time. Oh, I also brought. Maybe I'll keep that as a surprise.
Okay, period. So that's what you did?
Yeah. Oh, and then I also went to go pick up my pottery plates that we did.
Mm-hmm.
All the way in San Diego, so that was fun.
Cool.
Then we went to this like little
This was Friday, huh? You ended up doing something Friday?
On the like indoor like market. It's kind of like the Anaheim packing this house.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But I got a lot of anxiety because there was a lot of people, so it was not too fun. But yeah, that's my Valentine's Day was.
Yeah, I felt like everybody had like a really chill Valentine's Day.
There was a lot of people there.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, because I think it was Valentine's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just like it was Friday, so it was starting off, and there was a lot of people, and that's why I was like, whoa, I don't think I can do this, and I just had to sit down, and I couldn't even eat or drink anything because I felt like I was gonna, you know.
Oh, by the way, her new look. You have bangs now.
Oh, you have bangs, and I went a little blonder.
Period.
From last time. So if I look a little different, mind your business.
Well, I got a really
cute
gift. I've been wanting a tougher bag. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But they do drops, but they sell out super fast. So I could never get one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one. I got it in white. And white is questionable just because I just don't really do white bags. So
I don't think you should own a white anything, actually.
Yeah.
Because whenever we go, one time we went out to eat
What?
I'm so sorry. We went out to get boiling crab.
Oh.
And she was wearing a white shirt.
Yeah.
And everyone was...
No. Last year for my birthday, I wanted to go like...
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to start wearing white. But it's hard for me to wear white, one, because you have to wear things under. So then I wore this white dress to my birthday dinner. And I got this bomb dish, but... it had red in it, okay? The dish had red in it. Dude,
and that's also like the thing
all
too.
This. And then one thing about me also is that I have a lot of new shit. Like, not even to brag, but like I buy a lot of clothes.
And she doesn't wear it.
And I don't take the tags off. Like, because I like to keep it new until I'm gonna officially wear it. Yeah. And so I'll be trying things on sometimes, and then I finally choose something. And I'm like, okay, like, and I totally forget to cut the tag off. That dress had the tag off. The Fashion Nova tag, like, sticking out in the back. Girl. And I didn't realize until after I saw a picture of me. My back was itchy. And I scratched, and girl.
Not her having an itch throughout dinner.
And I'm all walking like I'm ashamed.
The bag that she is.
And then
everyone walking behind her. Oh, girl, you know she gonna return that dress after this stained and everything.
I didn't return the dress because it was stained. And I would have. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
But you always do that. Yeah. And you always decide to eat something red and like it's gonna splatter.
Well, anything.
I know. I've been staring at them. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by
the resistance.
Yeah. No. AKA.
But yeah, I got my tougher bag. I got this Pandora ring that's engraved with something really cute on it.
She's like frozen.
I know. She with something engraved on it, and then what else did I get? Flowers. I actually also got a little tumbler cup thingy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but they give it to me after. But yeah, that was cute. And then we didn't celebrate on... Well, I never celebrate. We never celebrate on the day of, just because my dad's birthday.
Like we said.
And I had dinner on Friday, and it was really nice. I really liked it. It was fun. That was it. I mean, nothing crazy.
Isn't Tefler owned by... Isn't it a black-owned business?
I think so, yeah.
Because I think I've seen that, and I think that's actually really cool, because I think that's one of the first... I think it counts as luxury.
I think so. Yeah, it's up there with like the expensive purses you can see.
It's up there with Coach.
I think the smaller, because they have mini, medium, and then large. And I think they even have a bigger one. Whoa. But I think the mini, it runs around like $160 to $200. I think so. Bennett, pay attention.
I'm sorry, I am paying attention to you. She's just so
Girl,
distracting.
come see her more often.
I'm listening to you. You said that it's either more expensive or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but yeah, that was Valentine's Day. Nothing crazy. I think everybody didn't have such a crazy.
I think also because it landed on a Wednesday, so everyone was kind of.
But I just think in general this year it wasn't like.
Oh, you know what I
up,
did? You know what I did see a lot of on TikTok, and someone else brought it up, is that a lot of
Victor, you actually did this.
Well, I think it was a lot of Victor, you actually did this, and then a lot of girls saying, like, oh yeah, my man, he doesn't even care about it, and like
exactly,
and
my
like
point.
showing and like not showing off. I don't know if showing off is the right word, but. They were, the way they were talking about it, I'm like, girl, wake up, like, stand up. You're not hearing what you're saying, you know? Because they were just like, yeah, he treats me like shit, basically, and I love it. And I'm like...
That must have been a joke. I did not get that on my TikTok.
I was seeing a lot, well, they weren't basically saying that, but, you know, that's kind of, like, what they were saying without saying it.
And then also, like, I just want to go back to me saying that the standards that girls have. By that, I do not mean, like, you could, like, standards to me are not material things. I don't think that should be a standard, you know. I think, yeah, like, you wanting to live, like, a good life, definitely, you know. Wanting to be with someone who's successful, also, you know, like, being respected, yes, those are standards, but, like,
I think Jen meant it, like, in a materialistic way. Like, you shouldn't be, because if, like, your relationship is just based on something materialistic, or materialistic, like, receiving materialistic, that's the only way you're gonna feel like someone loves you, then I think you kind of need to look.
Well, I mean, and I also say that that's just my opinion, you know, because I think for myself, I have never needed anybody to buy me anything or get me anything. Anything I've ever wanted, I've gotten it on my own. If I want something so bad, I would get, like, the Telfar bag. The only reason why I hadn't gotten it for myself, it's because honestly, like,
I had already given it to my wish list.
No, like, they drop their drops and then you have to be on it because they sell out fast.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, someone, that's what I mean too by intentional, like, you really went out of your way and you were on
waiting for that drop
to happen so you can buy me my bag, like, dude, like, I freaking love you.
Yeah, because I had to do that for, like, the Bobby Goods coloring books. Like, they drop and, like, you have to be quick on it. I accidentally ordered 2 of each, girl.
Which you still need to bring me one.
No, I returned them.
Oh, period.
Because I'm like, I don't need 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by standards, you know. And I do see girls, like, I saw a few girls, like, oh, I have standards, like, you know, I get it, you do, and good for you, you know, to each their own. Your standards are yours, mine are mine, and that's what we also were trying to say, like, let's not bash each other. Oh, did I bash anybody? If I did, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I really am.
Please forgive her.
I really am. I'm sorry, like, that's not how I mean it. I just mean it, I think, because I think all our life, it's very, like, anything we want, we had to get it ourselves. And, like, even growing up, like, we didn't have a TV in our room. Like, that was, my dad always said, that's not a necessity. That's something like, you want
you
when
don't
you,
need to,
yeah, when
what
you
do you
work.
need you aren't gonna die if you don't have a TV.
Yeah, or, like, when you work, you can get yourself the TV. You
or
know,
even
like,
a phone,
dude,
even.
I did not have a phone in high school. I had a iPod, and it was a phone, but it only worked on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I never had a phone. I remember
it was an iPod,
Yeah, no, it was a phone, but it didn't have line. It only ran on Wi-Fi. Like, dude, and everybody thought I had a phone because it looked like a phone, but I'm like, girl, it don't work.
Yeah, like, you know, and it's doing its job.
Yeah, and I didn't get my first phone until I was 18, actually. I had just graduated. After 6 months after graduating, I got my phone. And I remember going to buy that phone, and I could only afford the phone because the cases were crazy, like, you know, freaking $50. So I had to wait to go to, like, TJ Maxx to get, like, a cheaper one. So I remember for a week straight, I put my phone in a sock.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
put my phone in a sock, in a purse,
Sorry.
and I'm like,
This is me
it
learning about this.
ain't getting scratched because it cost me some shmoney's, you know? I'm serious. So it was
You
like
put
that.
your phone in a sock?
Yes, and I remember when I would like take it out, because during my break and stuff, like I would take it out all slowly and then like all discreet because I didn't want no one to see like my calcetina and stuff.
She's like going to the bathroom, taking out of the sock.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and I think that's why my mentality is kind of like that. Like, dude, I'm kind of thankful that I'm not really into like Louis and Gucci's and all that, because
I don't really see.
they're nice. I mean, I get it, they're nice, but me personally, would I ever spend money like that? I don't think so. Like,
I think there
was a time that I was this close to getting myself a Louis Vuitton wallet, because I'm like, dude, like a wallet, like it's so useful. I can put it in whatever bag, you know, plastic bag. I'm just kidding, in a ziploc, in a sock. But
not the sock.
I just couldn't find myself. I think what I'm into at the moment, or what I want to do, is get a fake.
A dupe.
How do you guys feel about fakes?
Honestly, now I feel like they're not as looked down upon as they used to be. People used to be like, ew, you have a knockoff.
Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that.
That is so gross. You have a knockoff.
Now if someone sees me with my Louis Vuitton, they're gonna be like, fake.
Well, that's what rich people do.
I know.
Rich people, and it's been said like by so many people, they say rich people only buy one real thing.
Yeah.
And they take that, they prance that around, right? And so then, because everyone knows what a real one is. Like, if you're rich and care about those things, you know what a real one looks like. So then they go buy fake knockoffs for the rest of their life. Yeah. And then so because they'll be like, well, why would she buy knockoffs, or he buy knockoffs, right? But yeah, I've never been that kind of girly. I'm more of a like, I do go over quality over quantity.
My sister here likes a little bit more expensive stuff.
I'm not like a designer person though.
Yeah, but she's down to pay like $60 for a shirt. Me?
Yeah, well, because that shirt is gonna last me for probably the rest of my life. Whereas if I were to buy 6 shirts for $60, that's $10 a shirt. But guess what? It's only gonna last me not even 3 months, because the shirts are gonna freaking rip. Guess what? I have to spend another $60 in 3 months.
Well, we definitely went on about
a little side rant
about standards. I just didn't want to come off like, you know, like your standards. Everyone's standards are different. Whatever, girl. Yours are yours and mine are mine.
But I think it's also like looking at the bigger picture. You know, like at the end of the day, do you want someone to be there for you? Like when you are having a hard time, will that person be there for you, or is the bag gonna help you get better, girl?
Yeah, like even with the ring, like
let's say you're sick and like freaking in the
hospital bed. Are you gonna wish upon a star on the ring?
Are you gonna be like, oh my god, this ring is making me feel 10 times better? Or are you gonna say, oh my god, like my husband or wife being there next to me is what is making me feel better?
Yeah.
You know, it's not the ring that's gonna make you feel better, it's the support of the other person. And it's not gonna be the bag or that expensive designer thing. It's gonna
expensive ring.
Yeah, it's gonna be the person that's gonna be making you feel better. You know, it's that support.
But yeah,
that's what our point was.
Yeah. But didn't mean to offend nobody. Okay. Anywho, these. So today, since we just went over all that. We just want to talk briefly about our moving out of our home stories, which I feel can lead in. I also wanted to talk about friendships, which I feel like can lead into a little bit of that, just because we have really different stories. I feel like very opposite, just like our hair. But you want to go first? She recently just moved out, so it's been 2 months, 3.
At the end of February, it will be 3
months, yeah. So
which is kind of crazy.
How was your moving out? How did you come to terms of being like, hey, I need to go, or like I want to go?
Well,
no, or like how long did it take you to be like, oh, you know what? I think I'm ready to move out.
Well, I do think that it took me a while, even up to the point where I had told you guys, oh, I'm moving out by this time. I was still like, oh, I don't know if I want to. Because it's not that I was like scared to or anything. I think the closer it got to the time that I said I was going to, I started to really realize what I was doing, and it made me like really sad. Um, I don't know, because I was just like really like nervous to see, and I'm not the kind of person who's like scared of like change or anything.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, you want to change? Or yeah, let's move to a different state. I'm like totally okay with that, and I still totally am okay with that.
I'm down.
Yeah, like if you were to tell me to fly across the country and I'd move there, we're doing it. But I don't know. I think it also was like, oh, you have to be like, can't no longer be a baby anymore. You have to be like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I was like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to do that. But I mean, after I did it, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad.
How was like your first month?
It still didn't feel like I had moved out. I felt like I was just staying there for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I was gonna come back. But then when I would realize like, oh, all my stuff is here, and
Has it hit you
I can't
yet,
go
though?
back. I think there are weeks where
Or it's still like on a high, that you moved out.
I guess kind of it
Mm-hmm.
has hit me. Because now I what I do a lot on the weekends is I go like grocery shopping, and I take walks to the grocery store. Like I walk down there to the farmers market, and I do a lot of that. So I think that's been getting me in a routine of being like, okay, this is what I
Yeah.
do, and this like going back to my apartment and doing all that stuff, and like cleaning around my apartment, organizing my room and all that stuff, doing my laundry and whatnot. And I think that has helped a lot. I'm like, oh, okay, no, this is my space. And then when I come here, I'm like, oh, I can't. I have to
Mm-hmm.
only be here, and I can't go around. Like, I don't even feel like I can go into the kitchen and like grab a snack or anything, or like water. I'm like, can I grab a water? And that feels funny because I didn't have to do that before.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think for me, when I moved out, it was definitely different from her. It was just a different situation as well.
We have
So
different experiences.
I just felt like I had to move out. Like, I just had no choice. I felt like, I was debating on moving out for a good 2 years. Like I had to convince myself to be like, you know what, it's time. Like, we gotta go. We have to go. I was only 22, I think, or was it 23? I was 23 when I moved out. I was 23 and I said, it's time to go. So imagine, I think I was like 21 when I 21, 22 debating to go.
Mhm.
Like, and then when I did, I didn't really say I'm leaving. I think I told you a week ahead.
Yeah, you
I'm
did
like,
tell
hey,
me
I'm out
about
next
it.
week. And then to my
And
parents,
then I was really sad.
I say, no, don't do this, okay? I think it just depends on the situation. But I literally told my parents, like,
Peace out, girls.
the day of.
Yeah.
The day of, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm moving out. Like, this is it. And I think my fear was if I gave them a month, 30-day notice, they were going to be like, no, leave now.
Yeah.
But I just got my things and I left, and I had people that helped me, which I'm forever grateful. They came all the way over here and they helped me just take my clothes, my shoes, and
The 3 boxes, girl.
and a pillow, because that's all I took. I didn't take
Yeah.
anything else.
Mhm.
So moving out was definitely different for me.
Your
And then
experiences were a little different.
when I moved out to my apartment, I did feel like very alone. Although I didn't move out alone, I felt alone just because I was so used to. I'm the oldest, so I feel like my parents were so strict on me, and wherever they went, I had to go. Whatever they needed me to do at the house, I had to do it. Like, on the weekends, it was like, Jenny, you have to wake up like at 8 in the morning, and we're gonna eat breakfast, wash the dishes, clean the kitchen, then you have to clean the restroom. It was very like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved out, I would catch myself on the weekends waking up early. I'm like, okay, well, like, what do I gotta do, And like, obviously, I didn't have to do any. Well, I mean, I did, but I always felt like, okay, like I need to clean this, and then I gotta wash the restroom. But I mean, new apartment girl, like nothing's dirty, you know. And I would wake up early, like if I was late for something, and then with time, it did take me some time to be like, hey, you know, like there's no more rules. You can say like.
Mm-hmm.
So it did take me a
Like
while
you
to
say,
find my own rhythm
yeah.
and my own like routine because I was stuck on a routine here, well, at my mom's house, and so when I moved out, like it was kind of like, okay, now you take control. Now you do your own routine. So it was so hard for me to kind of like get in the habit of
like
that.
acclimated. Yeah.
Because I mean, if you guys have siblings, you guys know. You all grow up in the same house, but you guys grow up differently.
Yeah,
and you guys all have a different set of parents. I feel.
Yeah, you
like
have different parents.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like moving out definitely, and I was already felt like a little ready to move out. I knew what I had to do, like, because here I was very involved. Well, my mom's house, I was very involved with like, you have to pitch in for groceries, you have to pitch in for rent, you have to pitch in for bills, you have to pitch in for this, pitch in for that. A girl. So once
she was the pitcher.
Dead ass. So then once I moved out, like I already had an idea of that, you know. And so that wasn't hard to get used to, I guess.
Yeah, me, I was clueless.
Yeah, so and
I'm just kidding.
And if you guys moved out, if you guys have moved out, you guys know like I always tell people like that are younger that want to move out, I'm like, okay, like I just want you to know that toilet paper runs out, toothpaste runs out, you know, because I feel like it's like the essentials that are always there that you kind of don't have to worry about because your parents provide that, you know. And maybe you pitch in for food, pitch in for rent, but when you're in charge of a household on your own, like girl, it's a big wake up call. Like, shoot, I'm on my last roll of toilet paper, you know, like
what are we gonna do?
Yeah, like, but yeah, I think moving out was definitely like an experience, you know. I think I struggled a lot when I moved out, not financially but emotionally.
Because I think you are very much like, and I think that's again where we are different. You're very much that scared me. It was a thing passing by. You are very much a person who needs to have people around her,
like company, like
you can't. You just don't like being alone.
But also with that, like what I you know, I tried to do a lot of healing and understand that, like, why do I feel the need to always be with somebody, even if it's on the phone? Like, I cannot be alone. I feel weird, like scared in a way, you know. And I just think back to, once again, being the oldest, and not just that, always having people over at my mom's house. There was always people over, and I couldn't go anywhere alone. Like, I couldn't go anywhere alone. If I went anywhere, oh, your sister needs to go with you, or who's gonna go? Like, I always had to be
accompanied.
Yeah, by somebody. So that's why I also sometimes I'm like, almost. I'm like, I don't want to say trauma, but I mean, it's all these things, habits and stuff that you grew up. So when you move out of your home and your bubble bursts, it's kind of like, whoa, you know, like
when you're kind of left to your own devices.
Yeah. So I think that's why I'm very codependent. Is that how you say it? Codependent?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so codependent. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best, you know.
I do think that you are getting a lot better.
Yeah. It's because I also tell myself, like, you have no choice. Like, you have to do things on your own. Like, I don't always want to be dragging somebody, you know, like, but I'm working on it.
I don't mind when you call me or do any of that stuff.
Yeah, so, but,
makes me feel good. I'm like, oh, she needs me.
I'm dead. But that was moving out. I mean, and then the way I want to include or incorporate friendship is that growing up, I did have friends. I think I can take it back to middle school.
I think Jen has always been that, and I always thought, like, you know, oh, I'm so jealous because Jen has like a bunch of friends, like,
but there's never been friends. Like, I think I'll take
But
it back
yeah,
to
looking at it
like
now,
elementary,
yeah.
right? I had a BTS. We made an episode about Friends and I cried actually. So, but I never posted it.
BTS.
Behind the scenes, right? Isn't that what it means?
Yeah.
Yeah, like remember that one we filmed and we
Yeah,
never
but
posted?
that was kind of funny. You're like BTS.
Oh my gosh, did that not make sense?
I think you mean like BTW. There is a BTS video.
Oh, BTW, BTS. Clearly, I didn't go to college and she did.
I haven't finished college.
Okay, but as I was saying, in elementary, I had this really close friend group, and I think about them all the time. Like, from elementary, we went on to middle school. Some of us, yeah. But I could just really think back to elementary, and it was such a beautiful friend group. Me getting teary-eyed already. And
cool. We're gonna have to put this in the chambers also.
No, what is it called? I'm gonna post this one. And I just think I remember being mean to one girl in specific, like making fun of her, or she has something like in her hair or in her head. And I remember after that moment, all the girls were kind of like, "Ooh, like that was mean. You shouldn't have done that," you know. And I think about that moment. I'm like, what made me do that? And I think it was always kind of like I wanted to be a part. Mood. I always wanted to be a part, and I don't know why I did that. Honestly,
like you thought
I thought it would be funny, I guess, and it wasn't. It was mean, like literally, and I just regret that moment so bad. And I mean, I was like, I think we were like 5th graders. And I remember after that, I think they all stopped talking to me because like for graduation, like I had no one to be with for my 5th grade graduation. And then when we went to middle school, I had a few friends, and I mean, like, it was always just, I mean, after a while, like, we all ended up going to different schools. I think high school, I didn't really have people like that. I mean, I had one, like, a guy, and, like, I think of him because, like, I felt like, with him, I told him, like, really, like, intimate things, like
really personal.
Yeah, like, you know, when you're, like, start getting older, or, like, high school vibe, you know, you start, how do you say it, like, yourself, like, you start meeting yourself? No. You start, like...
You start coming to...
Yeah, yourself. So, like, I like, found myself, and, you know, and I can relate with him a lot, so, like, I confided in him and stuff. But, like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, yeah. But, like, friends,
he was a really good friend,
yeah. But, like, friends like that, I never had any, I feel. I mean, in high school, I did have 2 friends, two girls, and we were close, but it was just, like, a year thing, and then we all split. One ended up going to do her own... We all just split, you know?
Yeah.
But I wish that I would have been able to build a friendship.
Yeah.
With people... I just see her because she has like really like a close group of friends that she's been with since like middle school,
since 6th grade. Yeah, like I
don't know why I'm crying this much. That is so weird of me. I just think when I hit like stuff like that, I'm like, whoa, like I was so mean, like for no reason.
I think it's like very much self-reflection, because I do think that you have grown like a lot. And I think that that's like a true test of a true like showing of your character, you know, that you're able to look back at it now and you're like, you know, that was not a
girl. The tears are coming down. I don't know why.
Oh my god!
I don't know why.
Did you have like? She's like, it's allergies.
Maybe because I'm sick too. I don't know.
Blame it on the sickness.
Really? I'm like, I don't even have another napkin. Me with my blanket. I promise I'll wash it.
But yeah, I think that's probably why it is, and that's probably why you're like, it really is. Like...
And I think like now, like I have like 3 friends that I can count, and I try my best to be like a good friend to them, you know, to be like, to hype them up and just be the friend that I wish I had, you know. I try to tell them like, oh, you know, like I'm proud of you guys, like I have 3 friends, dude. Like, and I guess like now I'm trying to protect that and work on that. Like, also put in the work and not just be like, okay, cool. Because I do find myself, I also take it back to like just always like having to be like kind of like a front, you know, like I have to be like show that I'm strong and stuff like that. And I think sometimes with my friends or with people in my life, I've been like, okay, well, I don't care, like, you know, like I don't care to put the work because whatever. But now I'm like, okay, like let me put the work in, you know, with my friends. Like once in a while, like we're older now, so it's not like we can be texting every day. We all have our own things, so it's kind of just being like, hey, how are you? Oh, good. All right, cool. Like just to make sure you're okay.
Just catching up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know, life has brought me these 3 girls that I just love so much, and I appreciate all of them. But yeah. Well, she has a really
so emotional.
Yeah. Oh, and I only brought friends up because I wish when I moved out, I would have had a friend to call to be like, hey, like I'm going, like I'm going through all this, like not so they can help me, but just somebody like to talk to. Yeah. But I didn't have that. I really. No, yeah, like, but I mean, I think even then.
Yeah, I think it's different because it's your talking to your sibling is one thing, but talking to
a friend, we tell each other a lot of things, but I just think like talking to a friend is it can be different. Yeah,
I think it's and I think that's another thing. Maybe we could talk about siblings in a different episode, you know, because friendship, it's every relationship you have in your life is going to be very different. The support that you receive from them is going to be very different, you know, because sometimes friends, they support you in a different way, and they are different people, and sometimes you just kind of want that person to listen to you, right? Yeah. You want this specific person or group of people to listen to what you have to say, because it just makes you feel different, you know, versus your sibling or like your partner or anything. I know. Yeah. She's really holding out bad thread over here.
No, but I just think when I moved out, I wish I would have had a friend to that I would be able to like just talk to, you know, like, hey, I'm going through this and this is how things are right now, and but I didn't have that. And I think if you do have like this group of friends, you know, that you guys have been together for a while and they're down for you, like, dude, like you're lucky, you know, and also like you've put in that work, you know. It's just something that also with personal growth I've learned to accept, like, you know, take your faults. Like I know what I did wrong, you know, but if you have friends like my sister, I see her group of friends, or even my brother, they have a like group of friends, like group of friends, like
it's like a good core.
Yeah, and that they've been with for a long time.
Yeah, I think I've known my friends for going about maybe 11, 12 years now. I think we've known each other. And I think that that's another thing that I kind of want to touch upon is like, it's not the amount of friends that you have, but it's like the friend, like the quality of friends that you have. That's why I always say and I'm not saying quality like over quantity always with everything, you know, because maybe you can have like 20 friends, right?
Well, yeah, but like then, I'm not saying like go have a big group of friends.
No, I know that.
I didn't even have one, so
no, I know that that's not what you're saying, but I think that that's another thing that people always say is because like what I see on like TikTok, people are like, oh, I'm doing that Bumble Friends or whatever it's called, thing, you know, and then they're like, because I see these big group of girlfriends going out, and then then you hear about those like big girl trips, and they're like, we're not friends anymore because X, Y, and Z, and like I actually never even liked any of them. So I'm like, why would you just want to like be with a big group like that doesn't even like want you or like you or anything like that? But yeah, that's like kind of what I wanted to say. But yeah, my friends, I've known them for I think maybe more than 11 years. I think known each other since 6th grade. And I still talk to them every now and then, and we like catch up. But yeah, my group of friends, like, I really do love them, and I am proud of every single one of them. Like,
girl, I'm proud of them.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of my favorite
They're
things
out here
too.
killing
Like,
it.
yeah, I think that that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite things that I have. Not me getting emotional about my friends now.
I'm telling you, it's so special to have friends because I see it now. Like, I have a friend that, not to cut you off, but like, I have a friend that, dude, I was going through a hard time, and I just wasn't texting. Did a whole like wellness check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did a whole wellness check.
Yeah.
Told her. Well, no, she didn't do a wellness check. She reached out to my sister
like,
to make sure I was fine.
She was not following me, and I got this random. And I'm the kind of person who does not answer any unknown calls, does not answer any unknown like DMs or anything. Like, if I don't know you, I'm not answering you. But then I saw this DM come into my Instagram, and it said, "I'm so worried about your sister. Like, I'm your friend. I know you might not know me, but this is." She almost gave me her social security number, girl, just so I could trust her. And she said, "Can you please check on your sister? You know, I know you and your sister are close. She isn't answering my texts or my calls, and I'm really worried about her." And I was like, "Well, okay." I called my sister, and I said, "Hey, are you okay?" Yeah. She says, "Yeah, you know, I'm just not having a fun time."
I just wasn't telling anybody anything, and I think,
and I kind of knew why you were having a hard time, and so I was in the loop. But I said, your friend is like really worried about you. She like
about to call the cops to make sure I'm okay.
I'm like, she really, that was gonna be her last resort if I didn't answer her. And so I said, she's a really good friend, and you need to go or talk to her, text her something. And I even thanked her. I said, like, thank you for being a really good friend to my sister.
And just, I couldn't even believe that somebody was so worried about me, so worried that I was okay. Family. So then, I like, that friendship alone, I cherish it. So yeah, my friend did all that, and I just cherish her for that, and it's like a friendship that I generally try to protect and be there for and work on it. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on friends because I also I know people, but I don't consider everybody friends. Just, I'm acquaintance. ¿Cómo se dice?
Acquaintance.
I don't have good
grammar.
And I have a lot of those people that I would love to grow friendships with, but also like, I also know like where I draw the line, because, for example, like, there's just like me saying like 100 times but not getting to my point. My sister she tells me that there's people that I just let them do and treat me however I want.
And I think I say that because of the friends that I have, and the conversations that I have had with them. And I think that that's why I've been friends with them for 11 plus years, is because, like, even a big example is all of them went to college. Like, one of them went to Brown, another one went to UC San Francisco, and then another one went to UC Davis, and they all graduated from college. But before they graduated, I was going to community college here in our city where we grew up, and I told them, because they all came back for vacation and we all went out, and I told them, I said, I feel very lost, and I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I shouldn't have given up my college offers. I should have just gone into debt and gone to college, and maybe I would have felt better, and I would have felt like I was actually doing something with my life. And then they literally all looked at me and they said, actually, you're the smartest one here, because now we're all in debt and we could have been getting the same education as you. We are all feeling the same thing that you're feeling. And to hear that from all of them, who I felt like I was way behind, I was like, whoa, like, thank you for that. And they were just like, no, like, our paths are all just going to be different, and we're all trying to do something different, so it's not even good to compare what you're doing. And you're going to get where you need to get when you need to get there. and that works for all of us. And
And you know,
I was
like
like, thank you.
it's also that like a friend telling you that, like that's so great, you know. I think I struggle too with just being like kind of like you got this and you're wonderful and you're this.
Encouraging.
Yeah, like I'm more like no, get up and you have to do it because I know
Yeah.
you can do it type of vibe. I'm more
And
harsh.
isn't that funny that like for most of the time I am very much like the encouraging one. I'm like, yeah, Jen, like you got this,
Yeah.
you can do it. But
So
when it comes to certain things, I'm like tough love. I'm like, absolutely not.
yeah.
You are not taking that.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell them to stop, and you're gonna cut it
Yeah,
off.
like she's very like,
Yeah.
oh, don't let them talk to you like that. Don't
Yeah.
let them treat you because there is people, you know, and I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I have been part of like, haha, thinking something's funny when it shouldn't be funny, or I'm making fun of, or saying things about people, you know. And I've seen people and I've been around people that talk bad about their so-called friends, their so-called good best friends, and I'm just shook. Like, you know, like, oh, you're saying that about your friend. Now imagine what you say
Yeah,
about me,
I've had
you know?
heard friend groups like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, like the best friend is sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend,
It's not even about sleeping. It's
and it's
about
like, girl,
about belittling your friend. Like
or
that's
like breaking that. I
insane.
think it's like breaking that trust that you have with your friend, because
Yeah.
I trust my friends like so much. I think
Yeah. And it
the betrayal of
it
it
took me
all.
a while to be like to genuinely see people and be like to myself, why are they saying that like about their friend, like in front of their friend? They're like, oh yeah, this is my bestie, and I'm like, dude, like a month ago when we were all hanging out and you were talking bad about them,
You
like.
were not saying my
And I don't think,
bestie.
and what I mean by that is like, I don't think sometimes people realize that they're speaking bad. And then I think that's where my sister is like, oh no, like, drop them, you know? And I give these people grace because
I
I feel
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm not saying I was this monster and like bad friend and stuff.
I
I
don't
know
think you
that I
were
could have
either.
been better, but, I give people grace. Why? Because I'm like, damn, like, I wish somebody would have had grace with me, and do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, or
But
not
I
even that.
think
I wish somebody would have like just freaking told me and been like, hey, like what you're doing is not nice.
yeah.
Now I try to like. I've changed a lot. Where to the point where at the beginning my family was like, oh, what, you want to be the nice one now? Oh, look at her trying to be nice. And to me, at first, I was like, damn, like that really comes to show that. And I
Yeah,
once
we would
again,
be
I'm
like,
not this
I
monster.
think me
Like,
and my brother, we would be like,
but I
why
was
is she
always like
being
the
so
really harsh one,
nice?
like the one that was like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't give a fuck, like very like that. And I'm like,
And
hey, like,
we could talk about that in
yeah,
the
about like
sibling
self growth.
episode
Oh, yeah, that too.
about our relationship
Yeah.
and how that
But now I'm
was.
very
Yeah.
like, hey, like, I think we grew up on like
Hmm.
treat others the way they treat you, and I was very like that. Like, you want to be a B, then I'm gonna be a bigger one, you know. And I think now I'm not like that at all. I'm like, you want to be mean and you want to be a B, go ahead. Like that's a reflection of yourself. And it's not about also being the bigger person. I
Hmm.
don't think there's such thing as a bigger person. I think there's a better you, you know.
Yeah.
And I want to be a better me. So therefore, I'm not gonna treat you the way you treat me, you know, because sometimes like all these quotes like kill them with kindness, like it sounds dumb but dead ass. Like, have you interacted with a person that's mad and you're not giving in?
They're
You're
just like,
just,
why aren't you
yeah,
yelling?
and they get more mad and more mad.
And
Like
it's kind
that's
of
what
like,
that means. Like you let these people be and say what they want to say, and you continue to be good, you know, be kind and be
I
good.
think, yeah,
and
remain true to yourself.
and that goes a long way because I'm telling you from experience, I started seeing all those people and I was like, damn, they're so nice, you know, like
Dumb.
dumb. And it makes you want to be like them. Like, I want to be a nice person. Not saying that I wasn't, like, I'm making myself sound like I'm dragging my own
Jen was
self.
not like a treacherous
Yeah,
person, but I
I
think
just had a
that
very strong, like, and firm attitude.
demeanor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I guess I've never been soft,
Yeah,
right?
I think that
I'm very emotional and
Jen is
sentimental, but
Jen is
closed
not
doors.
yeah, Jen is not like a lovey-dovey kind of
Yeah, I'm
person.
not.
Like growing up, we'll save that for the sibling episode because that is gonna be. I think
I
that's gonna be the
bet.
episode where I'm gonna be talking a lot.
Yeah.
Because I think I can give some insight on like how you were before,
Yeah.
and people will be like, "Oh, I mean, you
Yeah.
weren't horrible. I don't."
Yeah. Not me dragging myself and making
I'm like,
myself
I
make
think,
seem.
but then I think that goes to show, like we're way harder on ourselves than anyone else is. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
But I'm
weren't
so
like
glad
too
I
bad.
caught myself
Yeah.
too. But I think overall, just if you're a friend and you know what things you've said about
Hmm.
people, and my biggest thing is catch yourself and try not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's never too late to change your ways, and I feel like if you do have friends around you or people that want to be your friends, you you should be grateful that people want to be your friend, but also
Yeah.
don't be a shallow person and don't be
Yeah.
like, oh, I got all these people all up on me, they all want to be my friends.
Yeah.
What kind of friend are you? Like be the friend that you want other people to be to you.
Yeah, be the friend you think that you deserve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also
And be
like,
kind. Like I
lost
think
my train
I
of thought.
think that's like a lot. Like be kind. I
Yeah.
think for a lot of people that's hard. Like be kind. Don't speak about when people are low. There's people that want to go ahead and make fun of you for that. Like that too. Like there's friends that are like, haha, well your boyfriend cheated on you, and it's like that's
Instead
not
of
funny.
instead
Like
of being like, girl, like let's go beat
yeah,
his ass and cut
well,
his tires
not
up.
that. Like it's even that, right? Like
I'm just kidding.
like
I'm
there's
just
people
trying to
that
be
will take
funny.
their ex back, like, and to each their
No,
own.
I think that as if you are a real friend,
You're
I
just gonna
think
stand by your friend.
yeah, you give look
And yes, you
because
can also be like, you know
you
what,
could
what you
give
did
it
is wrong.
you could give advice
Yeah.
and but know that the advice that you are giving is not gonna be followed through with. But
Yeah.
all you can do is say, "Hey, this is my advice." Don't say this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But say this is what maybe I think you should do. This is what I would do. This is the advice I would give you. But guess what? No matter what you do, I'm gonna be here for you
Yeah.
because I know that whether you go back with that ex or leave that ex, you're
Yeah.
gonna need a support
It's not
system,
even
and
about
that's where
like
I'm gonna
a
be.
boyfriend or
Or
girlfriend,
just
It's
like
also like
anything. Yeah.
we're
I think it's
adults.
also like that thing too. It's like as adults, adult friendships are a lot different rather when you were
And we
in
go
like
through life. We go
yeah.
through life where things happen to us, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, is your friend gonna stand there for you, or be there for you, and never make fun of you for the things that
That
you've
you
been
go through,
through?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also a big thing. If you're listening to this, I just would want you to know to be kind to your friends,
Mm-hmm.
and also like acknowledge when you did something wrong within your friendship and own it. Hey, I
Yeah.
did this and I
I think
said
it's
this
always easier
and I'm
to own
sorry.
up because
Yeah.
and like we said in like the last episode, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Um when you apologize to someone immediately after you've said something, or this was when we talked about growth
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I think it was in that episode too where I cried and we never posted it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's after you apologize when because you realize what you've said after you said it, right? And you apologize, that person is a little more inclined to forgive you because they're like, oh, because you saw that it was wrong too. So,
Oh yeah, so even like when you have confrontations with your friends, like I remember with one of my friends at the moment, there was a misunderstanding, and I remember at that very moment I was like, how do I go about this?
yeah.
Like, do I just drop it? Because for me it's easier, right, to just drop it instead of talk about it. But we talked about it, we cried about it, and it was just a misunderstanding, and she owned up to what she said, and I appreciated that. I'm like, thank you for that.
Yeah, and I think
And
that's a
that's a
lot of
big
the
thing.
time that's what
Like,
happens
yeah.
is a big miscommunication.
And also like
And you
not acknowledging, hey,
yeah.
yes, I said that and I'm sorry,
Yeah.
this is what I meant. I love when a person is honest and they're like, hey, yes, I did say that. I'm willing to forgive you, but if you don't, like, to me that just shows me the type of person that you are, like, and that's what I mean. Like, we can always change, and you can
We are
always,
ever growing.
yeah, but if you're not showing me that you're like down to change or acknowledging your faults, then I think that's where, to me, I'm just like, you know what, like, it's not worth it for me to pursue like a friendship, or you know,
Yeah.
or go down that way. But yeah, friendships are like a weird topic, and it's like different for everybody. If you have a good friend group, congrats, or you're lucky, you know, like, and it's so good to have friends. I'm so happy to have the few friends that I do have.
Yeah.
They're so great to me, they're so good to me, they're encouraging me, they're like, they're always down for my delusional,
The Delulu.
oh, sorry if you heard that, for my delusional, like,
But I think
I
that
have
that's
big
like,
dreams,
I
and
think
they're
that
always down.
that is a thing too,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, I have had conversations with my friends like that too. Like, I'm like, do I say like we have had like we do have these, and I think
Yeah.
like the kind of aspirations that
Oh
my
yeah.
certain friends have, and I think we always say there is no doubt in my mind that you will get there, and
Yeah.
when you get there, it'll be so much fun. And
Yeah.
then we always joke around. I'm like, I'm gonna be this for you, and then
Yeah, like,
and we like feed into the delusion. But yeah, and it's kind of funny to say delusion, but I do think that those are just big aspirations and dreams again that you can only tell your friends, right?
yeah, like I have a friend,
Or
Alexa,
that
she
you can,
has
yeah,
her nail thing. I'm like, dude, you could be the best. Like, and I always point out her progress. I'm like, dude, like, that's crazy. I can't believe you did that. Like, you really
yeah.
did that. And I see her do, like, just making it, like, you know,
Hmm.
and I'm so proud of her. Like, dude, you really are doing the thing. Like, that's crazy. And I'm so happy for you, you know? But it's like, it's fun to cheer on people. And I
Yeah.
love to do that. Like, I just love seeing people like
Thriving and growing.
thriving and succeeding, like in the things they said they would do. Like, girl, like that, I don't know, that's encouraging to me. That gasses me up, and I'm like, if they did it, I could do it too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that was a little bit of us moving out and friends.
Friendships.
It got a little
Emotion.
emotion. I don't know. I just think, like, thinking, I every time I talk about like my childhood, which like is very that, it just makes me so emotional because I'm so proud.
I think maybe we can go like way deeper into
Yeah,
that in another episode maybe too
yeah. I
as
just
well.
think I've done a lot of like self-reflection,
Yeah.
and when you self-reflect, you're like, whoa, you know, what I was is no longer what I am, and I want to be a better me.
Yeah. To see the
Not for
starting point
anybody,
and
for
to see the
myself, because I think I owe it to me. I know I can be a better me. But yeah, that's like a completely opposite subject or topic. But yeah, that's just a little bit about friends. Don't be a dick. Be nice. You know,
or
be a good
bitch.
friend. Be a good friend. Appreciate the people around you that are willing to like be there for you, to
Hmm.
talk to you. You know, keep you company. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit all over the place,
Just a
but
tad.
we have so much going on. So, and we just, I told you, like, we had to, I'm committed to dropping an episode once a week, and nothing was gonna stop it. Not
I'm
this
here.
cold, not my camera being full of memory and not recording.
And switching over to mine. So if
Yes.
the quality has gone down, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
so sorry. We're trying to figure it out. But that is
She's
that.
got a better phone than on my
Well,
forehead.
yeah, that's our episode. I hope our next one, you guys are back.
Yeah,
This
keep
was,
coming back to
yes, keep
hear us
coming back.
talk.
Comment. Let us know what you guys want us
Hmm.
to talk
Oh,
about.
is
We're not
anyone
perfect, by the way, and don't take anything we say like to the
don't
heart.
don't
This is
think
just,
that is that's facts because it's not. We're just having fun and
no seas
talking.
chismosa.
We're just being chismosas, and you know what, chismosas, they got their opinions, but guess what? At the end of the day,
We
cada
all have
quien.
yeah, literally. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week whenever
Hmm.
you guys are watching this. Please like and subscribe, share it with people,
And be kind to
and
yourselves
be kind to
always.
yourself, be kind to your friends.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, huh? Thank you guys for being here with us,
Eh,
and sorry for the tears,
the emotion.
the crocodile tears that
No,
insane.
crocodile tears are like when they're fake.
Oh no, those were real. I was really emotional. I'm such an emotional person.
Yeah, I
And I'm
mean,
crazy that
and
it's
we could
crazy.
talk
I
about
said
that.
I'm
Yeah.
crazy, that too. It's crazy. I keep saying it's crazy that I am gonna like be, I don't know how to talk, what's the word?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Yeah, to like whoever's watching this.
I'm just here to be a guide to your vocab.
Yeah, I also realized that I have like a really thick accent. Pues
Yeah.
soy mexicana, ¿qué quieren?
Joe también.
Okay.
I'm
Dyes
kidding.
her hair blonde, doesn't know how to speak
No,
Spanish.
no,
No!
no.
Okay, there. Because
Um.
you got places to be, things to
Okay.
do,
Yeah.
and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Okay, guys, well, have a good rest of your week. Enjoy this podcast. Please, once again, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on our next episode.
Bye.